Look, I tried waking up at 4 a.m. for 90 days straight because some guru said that's what millionaires do. I nearly lost my business, my sanity, and my girlfriend. Here's what actually works. The real morning routine I learned from a guy who built and sold 3 companies for over $40 million, and he wakes up at 7:30. Let me take you back to 2021. I was broke, desperate, and watching every productivity video on YouTube. I set my alarm for 4:30 a.m. Cold showers, journaling, meditation, bulletproof coffee, the whole circus. By day 17, I was falling asleep in client meetings. By day 30, I snapped at my co-founder over a Slack message about font sizes. Then I met David. He's the real deal. Built a logistics company from his garage, sold it for $12 million, started a SaaS company, sold that for $28 million. I asked him, "What's your morning routine?" He laughed and said, "I wake up when my body tells me to, and I check my phone before I pee." That conversation changed everything, because the truth is, routines aren't about copying someone else's schedule. They're about protecting your mental real estate before the world takes it. David's first move? Not meditation, not exercise. He grabs his phone, yeah, I know, blasphemy, and opens a note-taking app. He spends exactly 5 minutes typing every single thought that's in his head. I woke up thinking about that email from the investor. Type it out. I'm worried about the Q3 numbers. Type it out. I need to buy dog food. Type it out. My knee hurts. Type it out. He calls this emotional inbox zero. See, most entrepreneurs wake up with their brain already running a marathon. You're thinking about payroll, that churned customer, the pitch deck. David says if you don't get it out of your head, you'll carry it all day like a backpack full of rocks. I started doing this. First week, my dumps were like, I'm scared I'm not good enough. The competitor launched a new feature. My mom's birthday's next week. By week 3, I noticed something. The anxiety didn't stick around. It was on the screen, not in my chest. Meditation is great, but for high anxiety founders, sitting still with your thoughts is torture. This is meditation for people who can't meditate. Next, David does something that sounds lazy, but is actually genius. He makes one decision before breakfast, just one, not 10, not a priority list, one single decision that moves the needle. He told me about the time his company was bleeding cash, $80K a month burn rate, runway running out. Most founders would wake up and make 50 micro decisions. Should I cut marketing? Should I call that investor? Should I fire someone? David woke up, looked at his brain dump from yesterday, and made one decision. Today, I'm calling every single customer who canceled in the last 60 days. That was it. No other decisions allowed. He made 47 calls. By call number 23, he discovered a pattern. The competitor's pricing model had a flaw. He built a counter strategy, saved the company. My experience? I used to have a to-do list with 15 items. Now I have one decision. Today, my decision was record this video. That's it. Everything else, emails, meetings, Slack, is secondary. If it doesn't serve that one decision, it waits. Real story? A friend of mine, Sarah, runs a $5 million e-commerce brand. Her one decision this morning? Find out why our return rate spiked 3%. She spent the entire morning watching unboxing videos, found out the new packaging supplier was using cheaper tape, fixed it. One decision, massive impact. Here's where I disagree with 99% of morning routine advice. They say, work out with intention, set fitness goals, push yourself. David and every other successful entrepreneur I interviewed does the opposite. They move their body with zero intention, no metrics, no goals, no crushing it. David walks his dog. That's it. 20 minutes, no podcast, no audiobook, just walking. Another founder I know, Marcus, shoots a basketball in his driveway for 15 minutes, misses most shots, doesn't care. They call this cognitive offloading. Your brain is a muscle. If you're solving problems all day, your morning shouldn't be another problem-solving session. It should be a reset. I tried this. I bought a cheap jump rope. Every morning, I go outside and jump rope for 10 minutes. I don't count reps. I don't time it perfectly. I just jump. And I think about nothing or I think about everything. Doesn't matter. The result? When I sit down at my desk, I'm not carrying yesterday's stress. My brain feels like a browser with one tab open instead of 47. If your morning workout feels like a job, you're doing it wrong. The goal isn't fitness, it's mental white space. David hasn't read the news in 7 years, not a single article. He says, if it's important, someone will tell me. This sounds insane until you think about it. How many times has reading morning news actually helped your business? Be honest. You're consuming information you can't act on. You're filling your brain with noise before you've even started your day. Instead, David reads one thing: customer emails. Not all of them, just 3 random customer emails from the last 48 hours. Could be a complaint, a thank you, a feature request. He told me about the morning he read an email from a customer who said, "Your software is great, but my team won't adopt it because the color scheme looks like a kid's game." That one email led to a UI overhaul that increased retention by 22%. I adopted this. I read 3 YouTube comments from my last video. Not the top ones, random ones. Yesterday, a comment said, "Can you do a video on how to fire a friend?" I hadn't thought of that. Now it's in my content calendar. The news is entertainment disguised as education. Your customers' words are raw data. Choose data. This is the weirdest one, but it's my favorite. Before David does any work, he makes $1. Literally. He has a side project, a simple Notion template he sells for $1. Every morning, he spends 10 minutes promoting it. 1 tweet, 1 comment on Reddit, 1 email to a past client, just enough effort to make 1 sale. He says, "It reminds me I can create value. It's proof the machine still works." I thought this was stupid until I tried it. I have a $7 ebook. Every morning I spend 10 minutes trying to sell 1 copy. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But the habit is magic. It forces me to think like a marketer before I think like an operator. Real story? My friend Jake runs a marketing agency. His first dollar is a $5 consulting call. He books one every morning before client work. It's kept his sales skills sharp even as his team scaled. Last month, one of those $5 calls turned into a $40,000 contract. Let me be clear. I don't meditate for 30 minutes. I don't drink fancy coffee. I don't journal with a fountain pen. I don't do ice baths. I tried all that. It felt like performing productivity instead of being productive. The millionaires I know, they don't have perfect routines. They have protective routines. They protect their mental space. They protect their decision-making energy. They protect their connection to the business. If your routine takes more than 45 minutes, it's not a routine. It's a part-time job. Your morning routine shouldn't be about becoming someone else. It should be about becoming more of yourself before the world tells you who to be. Start with the brain dump, add 1 decision, move your body without goals, read 3 customer emails, try to make $1. That's it. 5 things. Total time, 35 to 45 minutes. I did this for 90 days. My revenue went up 40%. Not because of magic, because I stopped wasting mental energy on decisions that didn't matter and started seeing opportunities I'd been too busy to notice. If you want the exact template David uses for his brain dump, I put it in the description. Try this for 7 days and tell me what changes. And if you're still waking up at 4 a.m. because some guy on TikTok told you to, please let yourself sleep. Your business needs you rested, not just early. Subscribe for more real talk from real entrepreneurs. No fluff, no guru worship, just what actually works. See you in the next one.